Hello and welcome to Exotic Wine Travel. This will be the last video in our little mini Ubud series because we are leaving Ubud, Bali today. We're going to be via transit to Singapore for a few days, get back to the United States for a wedding before we head to the Balkans. Our first stop will be Serbia. But today I'm going to talk about, I guess it's maybe Balinese wine, maybe it's Australian wine. We'll get into that more in depth. When I was first here about 9 years ago, there was a winery that started here named Hatton, and they were actually growing Vitis vinifera grapes up in North Bali, and I don't know how the heck they would do it in this hot and humid weather. Bali, we're right on the equator. It's basically 32 degrees and humid every day. If you're on Fahrenheit, it's basically 90 and humid every single day. So I don't know how they would grow grapes, but they're doing it. And when I had the wine, it was awful. But I've tried it again as I've come back over the years. It's getting better and better. It's not up to international standards, but they are improving, and I do respect them for what they're trying to do here. They actually started a label under their main label, and what they do is they import grapes from South Australia, and then they make the wine here. So it can be shown that wine can be made pretty much anywhere now because the infrastructure and how the world works. So we had a couple of these. We were out with some friends, and the wine is bottled under the label Two Islands. This is a 2014 Cabernet Merlot. This is a Two Islands 2014 Shiraz. These are both grown with grapes in South Australia, I think near the Barossa Valley. Now, I have to say these are not expensive wines. We're looking at about $16 US, which is definitely super cheap in Indonesia because of the high taxes. And it got me thinking. First of all, the Cabernet Merlot was not awful. It was drinkable. To me, maybe 82 point wine. The Shiraz was not so good. It was a little dry. It didn't taste complete. It was flabby. I would put this in probably the 78, 79 point range for my palate. They were both fruit forward, but it really got me thinking. And maybe you can comment on this. Are they Balinese wines because they're vinified here, or are they Australian wines because the grapes are made in Australia? It's just something to think about. That's happened throughout the years as people have imported grapes from different areas and then bottled under their label. But this poses a real interesting question. If you're in Bali and you're on a budget, you might want to check this guy out. It's not terrible. Might be something that you want to enjoy with a meal. Drink some wine on a budget. Won't be that bad. And hopefully, I see that in Bali there's a couple of wineries that are popping up and trying to grow their own grapes here. So I'm going to keep my eye on this place and see what the future holds, and maybe we'll shoot some videos out here. If you like this video, if it was thought-provoking, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Exotic Wine Travel, and I'll see you in the US.